So more than 500,000 migrants have arrived by boat in Italy since 2014. 500,000 by boat since 2014. Now, Italy is a small country. They're taking in 500,000 African migrants in 3 years. No, excuse me, in 2.5 years. That's from the BBC. 73,000 have landed so far this year. 73,000 African migrants since January 1st in Italy. Now, what they won't tell you, what you're not going to hear on the news, what you're not going to hear on BBC, what's the native birth rate, right? What's the native birth rate? How many, if you're bringing in hundreds of thousands of Africans, hundreds of thousands of migrants, well, how many natives are being brought into the world? How many natives are being born in the country? Well, I had to go to Breitbart to find this, and this is a pretty old statistic, too. In 2015, get this, 500,000 migrants in 3 years. 500,000 migrants in 3 years. In 2015, only 387,000 Italian children were born in Italy to Italian couples, where both partners are Italian citizens. So you have 500,000 migrants coming in 3 years. In 2015, only 387,000 actual Italians born. That's a real problem, folks. That's a real problem. And you're not going to hear about that on television. You will not hear about that on television. You won't hear that on Fox News even. You won't hear that anywhere. No one will talk about that. You have to search that out. Unbelievable what's going on in the world. And we place an emphasis on immigration on this show because that's the #1 issue that's facing the country, and it's the #1 issue that nobody wants to talk about, conservatives and liberals.